Unit 8, Lesson 8A, Exercise 3.
Aerobics. Athletics. Badminton. Basketball. Climbing. Cycling. Dancing. Football. Golf. Gymnastics. Handball. Ice hockey. Ice skating. Judo. Karate. Roller skating. Running. Skateboarding. Skiing. Surfing. Swimming. Table tennis. Tennis. Volleyball. Yoga.
Lesson 8A, Exercises 8 and 9. 1.
I live near the beach, so I go quite often. In the summer, I go nearly every day. It's really difficult to stand up on the board. I can't do it every time. I fall over a lot. Like last Saturday afternoon, there was a perfect wave, and I stood up, but I couldn't stay on my feet. I didn't hurt myself or anything. I was fine. My friend videoed it all on his phone. It was funny.
2.
I took part in a competition last weekend. I didn't do very well, really. It was really sunny, and I couldn't see the ball very well. Then my racket broke halfway through my first match. I lost the match anyway, 6-1, 6-1. So I didn't take part in the competition after that. It really wasn't a very nice experience for me.
3.
I joined the team because I love ice skating. But I'm not a very good player. Last night was probably my best match, though. The whole team played well. And guess what? I got 2 goals. The final score was 5-3 to us. We were so happy, because we don't win very often.
4.
I joined the national team a few months ago, and now I go to competitions most weekends. Last Sunday, it was in London. I competed in 3 races, did really well in the long jump, and I nearly won the 400 metres. I was only half a second behind the winner. And my time was really good. In fact, it was a new British record for my age group. So it was a good experience for me.
Lesson 8B, Exercise 1.
What are you going to do this weekend?
I'm going to take part in a judo competition in Newcastle.
That's great! Are you going to stay in a hotel?
No, I'm not. I'm going to stay with my cousins, Luke and Toby. They live very near Newcastle.
Are they going to be at the competition?
Yes, they are.
That's good. You're going to have lots of supporters.
My cousins aren't going to support me. They're going to take part in the competition.
Lesson 8B, Exercises 4 and 6. 1. Charlie.
We're going to have a special meal this weekend because it's my granddad's 70th birthday. I'm going shopping this evening with my dad to buy the food. And then my mum and dad are going to cook everything on Saturday afternoon. I'm not going to help, though. I'm not very good at cooking.
2. Olivia and Sophie.
What are your plans for the weekend, Sophie?
I'm going to finish my science project.
Yes, me too. And I need to practice the piano tonight. I've got a concert tomorrow evening.
Good luck.
3. Bella.
Next month, I'm going to Canada to see my aunt and uncle. So this weekend, I'm going to write a letter to them. They don't like emails. In fact, they haven't got a computer. It's strange, isn't it? Everybody sends emails these days, except for my aunt and uncle.
4. Conrad and Alex.
Hi, Alex. What are your plans for the weekend?
Well, tomorrow I'm going to meet some friends in town.
At the shopping centre?
That's right. Are you going to be there?
No, I'm not. What about Sunday? Have you got plans?
No, I haven't. Why don't you come over?
Great idea. We can watch a DVD.
No, we can't. My DVD player isn't working.
Oh dear.
But we can listen to music.
OK, let's do that. See you tomorrow.
5. George.
The weather is really good at the moment, so this weekend I'm going cycling with some friends. I hope my bike is okay. It's really old and I need a new one, badly. In fact, next week I'm going to the bike shop with my parents. We're going to buy a new bike. I'm really excited about it, but we can't do it before this weekend, so I have to use my old one.
6. Poppy and Alice.
Great. It's Saturday tomorrow.
I know. Are you going to be at the beach in the afternoon?
For the volleyball game? Yes, definitely. I love playing volleyball.
Me too. And we're going to stay at the beach for the evening too.
Really? Why?
For the barbecue.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yes, we're going to have a barbecue in the evening. Can you stay?
Yes, I can.
Great. See you tomorrow then.
Lesson 8C. Exercise 3. 1.
Look at those dark clouds. I think it's...
2.
Is there anything to drink?
3.
They climbed to the top of...
4.
It's the tallest mountain in...
5.
Dad got in the car and...
6.
Can I pay by...
7.
I bought this phone a few weeks...
8.
I love surfing the...
Lesson 8C. Exercise 4. 1.
Look at those dark clouds. I think it's going to rain.
2.
Is there anything to drink? I'm really thirsty.
3.
They climbed to the top of the hill.
4.
It's the tallest mountain in the world.
5.
Dad got in the car and drove to work.
6.
Can I pay by debit card?
7.
I bought this phone a few weeks before the end of term.
8.
I love surfing the internet.
Lesson 8C. Exercise 5. 1.
The men started their climb in December, when the days are short. Each day, they started their climbing day at 3 p.m., just 2 hours before. The men started their climb in December, when the days are short. Each day, they started their climbing day at 3 p.m., just 2 hours before.
2.
They climbed every day for about 7 hours, using head torches to see where they were going. Then, at midnight, they stopped climbing, set up their tent, and they climbed every day for about 7 hours, using head torches to see where they were going. Then, at midnight, they stopped climbing, set up their tent, and
3.
they woke up at 10 a.m. and had breakfast. Every day, the climbers took photos and made videos on their phones and posted them. They woke up at 10 a.m. and had breakfast. Every day, the climbers took photos and made videos on their phones and posted them.
4.
The climbers used ropes, of course, but the ropes didn't help them to climb. The ropes were only there to keep them safe and stop them from. The climbers used ropes, of course, but the ropes didn't help them to climb. The ropes were only there to keep them safe and stop them from.
5.
The biggest danger was the weather. It's too dangerous to climb in very strong winds and rain. But luckily, the weather. The biggest danger was the weather. It's too dangerous to climb in very strong winds and rain. But luckily, the weather.
6.
Another danger was injuries. The rock is very hard and sharp, but the climbers can't wear gloves. Halfway up the rock face, Jorgsen cut his finger badly, and they had to. Another danger was injuries. The rock is very hard and sharp, but the climbers can't wear gloves. Halfway up the rock face, Jorgsen cut his finger badly, and they had to.
7.
But his hand got better, and on the evening of January the 14th, 2015, after climbing for 19 days, they finally. But his hand got better, and on the evening of January the 14th, 2015, after climbing for 19 days, they finally.
8.
Their lives will be very different now. TV stations and newspapers want to interview them. That isn't very surprising, though, as Tommy and Kevin are now probably the most famous climbers. Their lives will be very different now. TV stations and newspapers want to interview them. That isn't very surprising, though, as Tommy and Kevin are now probably the most famous climbers.
Lesson 8C. Exercise 6. 1.
The men started their climb in December, when the days are short. Each day, they started their climbing day at 3 p.m., just 2 hours before the sun went down.
2.
They climbed every day for about 7 hours, using head torches to see where they were going. Then, at midnight, they stopped climbing, set up their tent, and went to sleep.
3.
They woke up at 10 a.m. and had breakfast. Every day, the climbers took photos and made videos on their phones and posted them on social media websites.
4.
The climbers used ropes, of course, but the ropes didn't help them to climb. The ropes were only there to keep them safe and stop them from falling off the rock face.
5.
The biggest danger was the weather. It's too dangerous to climb in very strong winds and rain. But luckily, the weather stayed fine.
6.
Another danger was injuries. The rock is very hard and sharp, but the climbers can't wear gloves. Halfway up the rock face, Yorkson cut his finger badly and they had to stop for a few days.
7.
But his hand got better, and on the evening of January the 14th, 2015, after climbing for 19 days, they finally arrived at the top.
8.
Their lives will be very different now. TV stations and newspapers want to interview them. That isn't very surprising, though, as Tommy and Kevin are now probably the most famous climbers in the world.
Lesson 8F. Unstoppable. 1. The cyclist.
In 1976, at the age of 15, Christian Haytik had a serious car accident. He lost his left arm and his left leg. For the next few years, he found it very difficult to live with his disability. But in 1984, he saw a man with one leg cycle up a steep hill. I can do that, he thought, and he learnt to cycle. It was really difficult. He fell off his bike many times, but he kept trying. In 1985, he began to compete in races for disabled cyclists. His ambition was to compete in the Paralympic Games in Sydney in 2000, and he trained hard to be in the French team. But then the rules for the competition changed, and Christian could not take part because his disability did not match the new rules. So Christian found a new challenge, cycling up mountains. Now he competes in mountain races and cycles around 27,000 kilometres every year.
2. The racing driver.
British driver Mike Newman enjoys breaking speed records. For example, in 2013, he broke two, the land speed and the water speed records. This achievement is more amazing because Mike cannot see. He was born with a serious eye disease and became completely blind at the age of 8. For many years, Mike did not think it was possible to take part in motorsports. But at the age of 40, he started riding motorbikes, and then he tried cars. I love the engines, the smells, the noises which come with it, he says. He set new land speed records in 2003 and 2005, but in 2010, Metin Şentürk, a blind Turkish pop star, went faster. So, in 2013, Mike had to set a new record. It is very difficult and dangerous. Imagine driving a car at 300 kilometres per hour with your eyes closed. When he isn't breaking records, Mike runs a charity called Speed of Sight. The charity helps other blind people to take part in motorsports.
3. The skier.
Alana Nichols was a very sporty child. She loved volleyball and basketball. As a teenager, Alana's ambition was to study sports at university. But then, at the age of 17, she broke her back in a serious snowboarding accident. She couldn't walk. For 2 years, she did not know what to do with her life. But at the age of 19, she discovered a new sport, wheelchair basketball. She became part of the national team for the USA, and in 2008 they won a gold medal at the Paralympics in Beijing. Alana realized that other sports were possible for her too. She tried surfing and kayaking. Then she tried skiing. She trained hard and became part of the American Paralympic team. At the 2010 Winter Paralympics, she became the only athlete to win gold medals at the Summer and Winter Paralympic Games, when she won 4 medals for skiing, 2 gold, a silver and a bronze. Then, in 2014, she won another silver medal at the Winter Games.
Lesson 8G. Exercise 2.
Hi, Ryan. It's Tom. Are you going to watch the Olympics on Saturday?
Yes, I am, but I haven't got any tickets. I'm going to buy them online today.
Shall we go together?
Good idea. Which events do you want to see?
I think the badminton at the indoor arena will be exciting. Let's go to that.
I'd rather not. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's too early. I'd rather see some athletics.
OK, let's try to get tickets for the stadium. The final of the men's 100 metres is at 12 o'clock.
I don't think that's a good idea. Those tickets are too expensive. What about swimming at the pool? I think that would be better.
Yes, OK. That sounds good.
Great. I'll book the tickets.
Lesson 8G. Exercises 6 and 7.
Hi, Kate. Are you excited about the Olympics?
Yes, I am. There are lots of great events on Saturday. Let's buy tickets for some of them.
Sure, good idea. Have you got the timetable?
Yes, it's online. We can look at it on my phone.
OK, let me see. So, there are 3 venues.
Yes, but the stadium is on the other side of the city. I think it's too far.
You're right. Let's just go to the other 2. They're closer.
Do you fancy going to the diving?
I like diving, but 8 o'clock in the morning is very early.
I suppose so, but we want to start early. That way, we can see 3 different events.
I think 3 events in one day is too much. For a start, the tickets will be really expensive.
I see what you mean. OK, let's just choose 2 events. How about basketball at 10 o'clock?
That's a good idea. I love basketball.
So, basketball at 10 o'clock in the indoor arena. What about handball? That's at 12.
I don't fancy it. I'm not really into handball. It's boring.
Do you think so? I like it. But I also like water polo. It's really exciting.
Is that right? I never watch it.
You'll enjoy it. Believe me.
OK, so that's water polo at 4 o'clock.
Great. I'll buy the tickets.